What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here inside the nerdy realm within the multiverse. Last week we were running a bit late for the Kenobi series videos and had to push the first 3 episodes all into one video, but this week we're going back to normal and we will be going back through and giving our thoughts on the 4th episode of the series. Of course, since we were going back through the episode and talking about some certain points, as well as giving our thoughts on it as a whole, there will be spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to hear anything spoilery, this is your spoiler warning now. So now that is out of the way, let's get into the 4th episode. I have been a Star Wars fan ever since I was a little kid, and so far this series has been very good in my personal opinion. This series has had a lot of controversy behind it, specifically with the character of Reva, who I personally have no problems with at all, but this 4th episode has gathered a lot of criticism, people saying it's filler, bad writing, etc. But once again though, I had no issues with it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This entire episode had a Jedi Fallen Order feeling to it, specifically when Kenobi was going through Fort Inquisitorius, obviously, which that fort is the same exact location that we went through in the video game as Cal. We hear and see more about the path in this episode, and O'Shea Jackson Jr. makes an appearance that he has been tweeting about a lot, as he is another agent for the path, and it seems like this path organization that is going on is sort of a little start to the rebellion that we get to see years later. Going through the Inquisitor's headquarters was really cool to me, and we actually got to see a lot inside of it and got some little Easter eggs or little appearances, you could say. We got to see some seeker droids which seem like they are the same or similar to the droid that the 7th Sister had in the Rebels animated series. We also got to see some Purge troopers, which we got to see in the Jedi Fallen Order video game as well. These troopers are basically the Inquisitors of stormtroopers, and these troopers were also revealed to be clones back when the Fallen Order video game was just coming out. The big part of this episode regarding the little Easter eggs was when Kenobi got to the secure sector of the Inquisitor's headquarters, and it was revealed to be a tomb full of Jedi that were seemingly set on display in these types of cases as trophies. There were tons of cases and Jedi in this room, but there were hardly any that were recognizable. There was really only one that stood out, and that was the one that they showed first and made obvious. This was Jedi Master Tera Sinube, who most Clone Wars fans will remember and recognize. He was really the first person to give Ahsoka a lesson as a Jedi when he went with her and helped her recover her lightsaber. I've seen some people say that the Jedi on the right in this scene is Mace Windu, but that just can't be the case, because if it was, Kenobi would have stopped and said something about him, or the camera would have panned over him, as he and Kenobi have had plenty of memories together, and of course they both had their seats on the Jedi Council, and Mace Windu was the next in line to become the Grand Master after Yoda, so there's no way this was Master Windu. So Tera Sinube was the only Jedi to be seen or recognized, and now he is sadly confirmed to be deceased. Of course, Kenobi was able to get Leia back and they escaped successfully, but on the way they lost one of their allies. Inquisitors were once again pretty cool in this episode, and with Reva's failure and the attack on the base, Vader shows up in pure rage and force chokes her, ready to kill her, just before she reveals that she let them go because she put a tracker on their ship. The tracker being implemented into Lola, Leia's droid. Even with the controversy and whatnot behind the series and episode, I will always say whether I like something or not, and personally I still have yet to have any issues with this series so far, and I am still loving the series and cannot wait for the next episode. However, I do hope we get some more Vader and another fight with him and Kenobi, but I am almost certain that will happen. I also hope to see more of Anakin outside of the Vader suit, as Hayden has returned after so long. It would be cool to see some type of Clone Wars flashbacks that we haven't seen, or something along the lines of that. Unfortunately, I also believe that Reva is still not going to make it out of this series alive, whether it's Vader that does end up getting rid of her if she fails him again, or if the Grand Inquisitor comes back towards the end, exposes her, and then takes her out. But we will have to wait and see what happens with her character. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I cannot wait for the next episode, and I'm very excited to see where this series goes. That's really about it for this episode of Kenobi. Make sure to let us know what you thought about it in the comments down below, and make sure to stay tuned with the channel as the new Miss Marvel series has begun. So of course we will be talking about the first episode this week as well. But with all of that being said, if you're feeling extra nerdy today, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on to help support the channel and to get more nerdy content from us. And if you wish to support us even further, further, feel free to check out the links in the description. And as I always say, thank you all for watching. We will see you all the next time that we go through and explore the nerdy multiverse.